Alrighty, Boyd. So, in my vacation, I mentioned I was working through my series, and another one I decided to finally finish tackling was Child's Play. At least the movies aspect. This collection goes up through Cult of Chucky, and I have not actually yet seen the series, the remake, or anything anything past then. So, okay, now I've been putting this one off for a while because this one's Seed of Chucky, and I'd only seen Seed of Chucky one time before, and I didn't like it. Now, back when I worked at the video store, I had like a list of 6 movies that I actually disliked. Everything else I thought was fine. And for the most part, even the movies I rate low on this show are more kind of an objective standpoint. So the ones I rate low, I do enjoy. But something about Seed of Chucky just rubbed me the wrong way. I just thought, this is dumb. So I just kind of kept to that mindset on it and just had no desire to get back to it. Like, I only owned, I think, Bride of Chucky physically until I got this collection. Oh, I guess I did get Bride of Chucky and then Curse of Chucky. But I wanted to get, because I kept trying to find, the original Child's Play in a collection with the other ones, but rights were weird, so usually I could only find 2, 3, and 4, but I kept not wanting to get that till I got the first one. So finally I found this collection and tracked it all down. Now, okay. And I will say, it wasn't as bad as I remembered. It really wasn't. Yes, some of the humor is dumb. The made in Japan with their son calling them Oka-san and Oto-san is like, okay, let's drop that joke now. But otherwise, it kind of got on me. I think part of it at the time was I didn't get some of what they were trying to do. The whole Glenda thing, I didn't understand that was an Ed Wood reference at the time. So, knowing that, and it just, plus kind of it almost getting a little psycho, I was kind of on board with it this time. I was more invested. So, yeah, this one was actually working much better for me this time. And I was kind of getting interested in what Glenn/Glenda was going through. So, okay. So, this one picks up with following the Seed of Chucky, who is part of a ventriloquist doll act after having been found in the cemetery and essentially, I guess, raised by this abusive showman who was just trying to make a quick buck off of his perfect ventriloquist act. Well, was his then going by the name Shithead. Well, classy. Well, finally, he then then a movie based on the Child's Play murders, the Andy Barclay's situation, is in the works in Hollywood, and our young doll sees Chucky with the same birthmark made in Japan that he also has, and so he sets off to Hollywood to meet his parents. And in doing so, he just happens to have a pendant that has like the voodoo words to resurrect him on it. So how he got that, I don't know. But he says that, wakes up Tiffany and Chucky, and now they are trying to figure out how to have a son. Now Tiffany is determined to go straight and raise her daughter in a much more loving environment that she never had, while Chucky wants his son to take after him and, let's do some father-son bonding through killing. And from there, it just kind of goes with Glenda being pulled in 2 different directions by each of their parents, and it gets to some funny scenes of Tiffany pretty much treating killing like an addiction that she's trying to get through, and Chucky just like, no, okay, don't tell your mom that we're gonna go sneak out and do this. Also, with how meta the movie gets, I was appreciating because Jennifer Tilly is in the movie, not only while voicing Tiffany, but as herself the actress who's trying to get the role of the Virgin Mary. Okay, that was actually pretty funny. So, like, when they're on the phone, like, when there are some phone calls and they're mistaking Tiffany's voice for Jennifer Tilly's, it does lead to some gold. They are kind of milking it in a pretty funny way. So, especially since she's trying to get into Jennifer Tilly's body. So, the meta aspects alone were really working for me here. And essentially, she ends up getting Jennifer Tilly artificially inseminated by Chucky. This movie gets a little weird. To give birth to essentially a body for Glenn/Glenda, while Chucky's going to be getting into, I don't know, maybe Red Man. So, yeah, there's a lot going on here. Until Chucky decides, I don't really need to be a human. I'm Chucky the Killer Doll. I'm cool with that. So, there's some weird back and forth fighting where essentially Tiffany does kind of go against Chucky, which does make the next movie have some confusion, but the whole series is clearly never meant to go on this long, so there's some weird chronological things. But overall, I'll give it a 6 MacGuffins. It actually was better than I remembered, and I feel like I really was way too hard on it initially. I'm kind of getting a soft spot for Seed of Chucky now. I know Glenn/Glenda doesn't really appear in the rest of my collection, but I think they have something to do with the series. Maybe, so I would be interested in what's going on with them. Okay. All I got for the second on this. So, if, like me, you weren't sold out the first time, it's worth another watch. I would. See you soon.